bigger deal. Hullet Jr. says, I'm shocked to hear such an ungrateful statement about Trent from a Liverpool fan. Do many Liverpool fans share the same opinion? I'd say some Liverpool fans do, some don't. I'm overdoing it to a certain degree just for comedic effect, if I'm honest. But if you want my kind of honest opinion, how do I phrase it? How do I phrase it in a more mature manner compared to what I said earlier when I said I hate his haircut, I hate his beard, and he can rot in hell. I still think he's a scumbag. If you want my honest opinion, Hullet, I still think he's a scumbag. Just to kind of give some examples for my reasoning for that. He only signed a 4-year contract when everyone else signed a 5-year contract. So that to me says if you're only signing for 4 years when everyone else is signing for 5, you're already kind of thinking about your next move. And moreover, in addition to that, my issue isn't with Trent for leaving. Like if you want to leave, no problem. You want to experience a new culture, a new country, no problem. For me, it's the fact that he's leaving on a free. If he had said 2 years ago, you know what, I'll sign a new contract with a £20 million release clause, with a £30 million release clause, so that the club gets something, and then we sold him for 20-30 million, I'd be like, you know what, fair. It's a compromise. He's worth more than 30 million, but we get 30 million, maybe he gets 30 million pound signing on fee, half, both sides are fair, everyone wins. But it's the fact that he's going for free, and it's the fact that he's getting a giant signing on fee when the club that made him is essentially kind of getting nothing. And in addition to that, there's the whole, this means more. He's been saying for years, this means more. It's like this meant nothing to you then. This actually meant nothing to you if you're leaving on a free. Furthermore, when he scored the goal, he did that celebration. Is that to the fans now saying, that's not a good thing to do, is it? Additionally, I can't say furthermore because I've given multiple reasons. Additionally, all year long, Salah has been saying, I want to stay. I want to stay. I want to stay. Van Dijk has been saying, I want to stay. I want to stay. I want to stay. Trent ain't said shit. Trent ain't said anything. He's the vice captain of the club. And he hasn't done he's done one interview a few weeks ago, but other than that, hasn't done a single post-match interview. Whereas James Milner was doing post-match interviews every single game. I just think he's a coward. And what I think has happened is, I think he's engineered this move. And in addition to that, I think he was praying that Liverpool would be rubbish this year so that he could say, oh, you know what? They're not matching my ambition. They're not matching my ambition. They're not winning trophies. So I want to go Real Madrid and win trophies. So I think the fact that Liverpool have won something this year has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works. But, PSG through here. Do they? Unlucky. But yeah. It's just the nature. It's just the nature. It's just the nature of how he's engineered the move. If you compare him to Alexis McAllister as an example, McAllister from Argentina, he signed a new contract with Brighton so that Brighton would get a bit of money. Granted, it's not what McAllister was worth, but he still signed a new contract so that the club would get something. And he was at Brighton for just a few years. Trent's been at Liverpool since he's a kid. I haven't even mentioned anything about him being a local lad, by the way. This is all that makes it even worse, which we will get to in a bit. But yeah, it's the sheer fact that the club is getting absolutely kind of nothing for it. It just feels a bit ungrateful to kind of what made you, if you know what I mean. Ungrateful to the fans, ungrateful to the staff, ungrateful to the club overall. If he'd gone for 20 million, I'd be like, you know what, you're worth a lot more, but at least we're getting something, and now you'll get something. let's move on with our lives. But it's the fact, it's just the greed with respect to kind of going for a free. I just find it quite disgusting, to be honest. Not once has he kind of said that he kind of loves the club. And moreover, he put out this crappy little statement, crappy little video, sorry. Granted, I could only watch 3 seconds of it before I closed it, but it was like, I am so sad to leave Liverpool. It's so hard. Like, it's such like fake video where he's just reading off a teleprompter. It just feels so ungenuine. Somehow he managed to put out a worse video than Jordan Henderson did. It's just completely devoid of emotion, completely devoid of anything genuine. And it's I just don't have anything positive to say. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't wish him well. I don't wish him well, and I don't wish him bad. It is what it is. I do think he's going to struggle there, if I'm honest. I don't think the Real Madrid fans are going to be anywhere near as forgiving as the Liverpool fans are. So I think first mistake, they might forgive him. But second mistake, they'll turn on him instantly. Because those fans aren't like Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans very forgiving. And just to give an example of that, they're literally still shouting, Nunez, 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 when he's missed a gazillion chances. Which, from a fan perspective, to a certain degree, you have to respect that they're still backing the guy. Even though he's missed a gazillion chances. You won't get that sort of love at Real Madrid. So long story short, what I predict is going to happen, he's going to be super, super excited. He's going to mess up. He's going to lose his man at the back post. He's going to lose a header at the back post. He's not going to track back. Real Madrid fans will turn on him. Jude eventually ain't going to want to associate with him. Because again, this is the thing, like when you're young, you think, oh, it would be nice to hang out with my friend Jude every single day. But trust me, once you see your friends every single day, that shit gets annoying. So there's probably a bit of naivety there. But as I said, I think the fans will turn on him. Eventually, Jude will get sick of him. And even though he's signing a 6-year contract, he ain't going to be there for 6 years. Real Madrid are going to sell him after about 2 years. Possibly to Bayern Munich, but more likely to Aston Villa or Newcastle. He'll be sitting on their bench wondering what a mistake he made, I think. And maybe when he's 40, 50, he might look back at the La Liga he won and the Champions League he won, but he won't look back on those trophies as fondly as the 2 Premier Leagues for Liverpool, and the 2 Premier Leagues and the 1 Champions League for Liverpool. And in addition to that, I went to the Legends game a few weeks ago. Every time Gerrard got the ball, he was cheered like I've never heard in my life. And Trent could have had that, but he ain't gonna get it now. Gerrard's still kind of treated like a god, and in some ways, and I appreciate everyone's kind of different, but in some ways, some people might value that more than a trophy. Just the way he's like completely adored, and like everyone was pretty much fawning over an overweight Steven Gerrard. Like the fact that, you know, where I say that as a compliment. Like Trent could have had that, but he ain't gonna have that. But it is what it is. Good luck to him, but also not. 3 games, what did he score and assist? 50 goals and 50 assists, I guess. Is that Trent? Ryan says, I hope that nobody that nobody right back fails so hard. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. I think he will fail. I think quite often your success is dependent on the environment that you're in. And another thing we have to kind of remember, Trent is covered a lot in Liverpool's system. He's covered a lot by Konate, who is rapid. And when we won the title the first time, he was covered a lot by Joe Gomez, who is also rapid, especially back in the day. He ain't going to get that kind of covering at Real Madrid. Arsenal through here. Your local lad leaving on a free transfer is a despicable action. It is. It's despicable and it's disgusting. A lot of people they conflate the point. They say, well, if he wants to go, he should. It's not the fact that he's going, it's the fact that he's going on a free. That feels like a slap in the face. Like the fee Liverpool should be getting, him and his agent brother are gonna shove into their bank accounts. I do think he's making a mistake. He won't realize it now, but he'll realize it in a few months.